following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
This is Talkin Cowboys. Streaming live from the Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco.
First down, handoff, Elliott plowing to the goal line. Buried, sacked by Lawrence. Prescott keeps it, and he bangs it in for the touchdown.
Now, your hosts, Mickey Spagnola, Rob Phillips, Everson Walls, and Bill Jones.
A very disappointing start to this Football Friday edition of Talking Cowboys from the SWEC Mortgage Studios as Mickey was wrapped up in talk and did not acknowledge and salute the fans out there when his name was introduced.
Come on, Mick.
You want to correct it? And Mickey Spagnola.
And you
Salute
know what?
now, Mickey.
I don't know if... Oh, there it is.
Okay, and Mickey Spagnola.
And how are you doing today on this Friday?
Howdy do. Howdy do.
It is Cowboys, Eagles on Sunday, and we are just over 2 days away. It's 3:25 Texas time at the Link in Philly.
Are you louder or
Sunday
something?
afternoon. Yes, because I'm fired up about this
all
game.
right.
He's very, very dramatic. The voice is a dramatic voice.
That's
You can catch
exactly
that.
right. Yep.
It's like the world is coming to an end.
I'm
It's
working here. I'm working here.
Well, he's got his Super Bowl hat on,
I
so
do.
he's in Super Bowl Bill
here.
mode.
That's
Yep,
right.
Yep.
Well, the playoffs start Sunday.
That's right. They're already in the
Playoffs
playoffs.
started last week. I thought it was last week. Come on, y'all confusing me, man.
Actually, 2 weeks ago for Philadelphia, right?
Yes,
Yep,
true.
That's right.
True.
That's right. And now 2 7-7 teams battle for the NFC East Championship. The Cowboys win. They win the NFC East. And as we speak on this Friday morning, a cloudy 47-degree Friday morning in Frisco, Texas, the Cowboys are taking the practice field and they are working outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the best omen of all for Cowboys fans out there.
You tell them, Bill.
It's 47 degrees
That's
in
right.
Frisco, Texas. And you know what the game time temperature in Philadelphia is going to be on Sunday afternoon?
35.
47 degrees.
It's 47 is the high.
I said the same thing.
When's the high going to happen in Philadelphia?
At 1 o'clock?
It's going to get dark at 4:30 Eastern time. Don't you
Yeah, I can't see it being
You
that much.
stay in your lane.
You good, Bill.
Leave the weather
I
out.
like
My
your
weather,
omen, Bill.
my weather
I like
app
your omen,
said
man.
it's going to be 47 in Philly, and so Mother Nature is smiling upon this
Yeah.
Cowboys
What
team
does Sag
as
know
we
about
speak.
Well,
Mother Nature?
I don't know. There's 2 things that in another life he's going to come back either as an NFL official or a weatherman. One of the 2. So
Stay
I
in
trust,
your lane.
I trust him. I trust Mick.
Okay, Mick.
But, okay.
When the sun goes down in Philadelphia, it's not 47. I'll
For you
guarantee
Gronks out there saying that, Jerry Jones has that team in their little bubble and he won't go out and practice in the elements. Well, they're out in the elements today, and it's exactly what the weather's going to be like in Philly on Sunday. So
And the grass is going to be exactly the same.
Painted.
Yes.
Do they have real grass?
Yes.
in Philly?
That's why they're out there.
Oh, that's nice. Nice. Boy, back in the
Better
day, that
than
was
what
the
you
worst.
played on,
Come
right?
on, that's not fair. I didn't know you could grow grass in Philly. The turf out there was probably the worst turf in the NFL.
Oh, absolutely.
Dangerous.
Yeah, I'm talking dangerous. The
Yeah.
seams, you see the seams were like an inch wide in between, each whatever you want to call it, piece of carpet.
So we were talking about this the other day. Do you remember the receiver that blew out like both knees?
His last name was Davis, and he went to LSU. That I do remember. His last
Okay.
name was Davis. He's a good player. He reminded me a lot of Cobb. He was one of those very capable guys, very quick. And what he was trying to do when he broke his legs was so athletic, because the pass came up, one of those Russell Wilson passes with a lot of arc, and he was bending over trying to catch it, Willie Mays style. And as he kept bending, well, so the knees are bending as well. And both of them snapped. Yeah, both of them snapped.
That's a visual we do not need.
Oh, I remember it.
And that was all a part of the manipulation of the body, along with the turf itself, hitting the turf itself.
The concrete that they play
The concrete, basically, yeah. Some have more cushion under their turf. Texas Stadium had great cushion. The only thing about Texas Stadium was the crown.
Right.
I mean, we couldn't even see the other team on the other side. It seemed like because the crown was so high.
Yeah.
I'm covering out routes from side to side, and it's like
You're
running
running uphill.
downhill to get to the sideline. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
No,
worst
you go
stadium,
ahead.
I still got to say, worst stadium was probably the Astrodome. I would say that's it. I got to put that out
that's
there. The
right.
Astrodome
The eighth
was
wonder of the world.
Worst stadium, and it's a wonder why they kept it up so long.
The building was a wonder, but the field.
The field, yeah, it was a wonder. All right, wonder full of crap.
And they still have it down there. Nobody goes in it.
Not the same turf. The ghost, the turf ghost.
The building is still there. It's amazing. I don't know why it's still there. Anyway, all right. What's the latest on Dak?
He's day to day.
Day to day.
Just like us all.
Getting
Yeah, right.
getting better, but
Thank
he
you, Robert.
hasn't
Just
done
like
anything.
us all. Give me something else day to day. Yeah.
Well, if he throws today in practice, it won't be much per Jason Garrett. So
He's not throwing.
that's what you took from that?
Yes.
Well, then he won't throw today.
That's right.
And he'll go through an entire week basically not doing a whole lot of throwing at all.
Well, actually, what he said is that he would do a little bit of a workout today. He might throw a little on Saturday during the walkthrough, and then have a full workout on Sunday before the game. So that'll give him a better idea of, I guess, what he's capable of doing.
By this time of the year, everything's changed. It's not like the beginning of the year. He doesn't need to work on his timing with his wide receivers. Everybody knows what's going on there. They hadn't changed the game plan, obviously.
Yeah.
Everybody else knows it. So I guess they hadn't changed anything. So I don't think it's a necessity that he practice at all. He knows what he's got to do. It's like when we were rookies back in '81. I remember Madden saying something as we got to game 15. He said, this young secondary, they're not rookies anymore. Yeah, it makes sense. We're not rookies anymore. Now we're veterans. We've been through 14 games. There's no timing issue with anybody at this point. You still have to practice, of course. You have to stay in shape, keep your body going. But as far as a mental aspect and how that might suffer this time of year, no, I don't think the mental aspect or the connection with his receiver should suffer at all.
Witten said yesterday that while he's out there, while he's not participating in the play, that he's making the calls.
Of course.
So he's making the calls. I don't know if he's doing them out loud or whatever, that he's been very vocal in the meetings. He's running the meetings still, so his
He
mental
probably got
preparation.
a lot of pent-up energy because he can't practice,
yeah, right.
He's like going around just,
Because he'll
micromanaging.
practice his drop back, like this is what the play is going to be, and get his steps down, but he just hasn't thrown the football.
It is a unique situation, though, in terms of
Well, it's not ideal.
game planning and not knowing for sure that you're arguably
What
the
his
best
capability is
player
gonna be,
on
yeah.
offense. Yeah, what his functionality, his capability is. But I guess, he's had it before. That's something he told us yesterday. He's had it at Mississippi State. He knows how to manage it. Obviously, from a team standpoint, you've got to, some degree, protect the player from himself. When he's, I'm fine. You always have to weigh that. But he's always been pretty honest with them. But I guess, if he tries it this weekend and he can't, it's not feeling good, you roll with Cooper Rush and you
That
basically
is not gonna happen.
you play your game.
That is
but
not gonna
but
happen.
I can't imagine him not.
I can't.
Yeah, not playing a football game.
He would have to fail before they put Cooper Rush
Yes,
in.
I agree.
He's going
I
to
agree.
definitely give it an enormous try.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's too much riding on this
Herculean
one.
effort is
Yeah.
what he's going to use because
That's
we have
why.
to have
That's
it.
why this defense is important. That they don't fall behind, and then you got to throw. You want to stay in your game plan. I mean, last time they ended up with a total of 189 yards rushing on this team. 189. It was the most the Eagles had given up all season.
Go back to Zeke's 5 games against this team in his career. He's averaged 115 rushing yards and almost 5 yards a carry, which is impressive when you think about the quality of that Eagles defensive front. Year to
Playing
year,
at home, especially.
Yeah.
They play much better at home. They play much better at home. They don't give up many yards at home at all. There's a big difference between their effectiveness on the road versus their effectiveness at home.
The curious thing about that front, when we look at it as this really good pass rush, right? Well, they've got 36 sacks, and I figured out that 16 of them came in 2 games, 10 against the Jets and 6 against Seattle. So almost half their sacks were in 2 games. Now, that counts, right? I don't know.
It does count.
I mean,
but-
if you get hot in a game, it doesn't mean the other team's bad. Maybe you're just rolling. But
And
10
the Seahawks
sacks,
are not a bad team.
10 sacks.
That's
and it was
impressive.
the Jets, dude.
Yeah, the Jets, one thing. I know you're still on the Jets. Look, we got to let it go. We got to let it go, Spag. But, I mean, you're talking Seahawks.
Yeah.
That's quality sacks there. And I saw that game.
And they lost that game.
That was a very exciting game, though. Very exciting game. That's an ugly win. That's one of those ugly wins that I hope the Cowboys have. I don't want my quarterback getting hit 6 times. That's the problem that I'm worried about. 2 things I'm worried about. How defensively we're going to play against the Eagles' running game. Because they do have a formidable running game. This young kid, what's his name?
Miles
Sanders.
Man, this guy is. He's a Barkley guy. He reminds me of Barkley.
We backed him up at Penn State.
Wow, pretty good.
Nice one, Bill.
And he can do what he did in the third quarter against the Redskins and come out of the backfield, line up out wide, and go make a play in the passing game on you too. And that they've played running backs this year who can beat you in the screen game and all that. They've got to be as sound as they were against the Rams, which might have been their most sound game they played defensively all
What
year.
they're strong at is where we've been weak.
Yep.
Screen passes,
Tight
running
ends.
game,
Tight ends.
Yeah, running back in the passing game. So that's where we've been weak. So that has to be a concern. So you're talking defensively, how we can talk about how Zeke may be the catalyst, and we want him to be the catalyst, but it may be like the 3-game losing streak to where we can't stop them defensively. So therefore, Zeke is now persona non grata.
And the way they stopped them the first time around, they had 4 takeaways. That was huge.
Right off the bat.
Right?
First two possessions.
2 possessions, right? And then I think it was an interception and another fumble recovery.
Wentz fumbled twice, lost 2 fumbles, and Dallas Goedert lost a fumble in that game, and then there was a pick.
And then that was the game where D-Law, I believe, had one of the fastest sacks.
Oh, yeah, right.
Like 2.8 seconds or something. I mean, come on. That's the guy I want to see, man.
I want to know who's on the stopwatch.
That's the guy I want to see. I mean, if we come out talking about how fast D-Law had a sack, then we're in good shape because that means that Wentz is under pressure and it's status quo, just like it was in the first game here in Dallas.
And that's important to note, too, because Layne Johnson was reportedly not practicing early on this morning. So if he's not ready to go, they're compromised a little bit on their offensive line.
It's a high ankle sprain.
Halaputi Vatai.
There it is, Mick.
There you go. So
Holla.
Practice from
Holla.
yesterday.
Halapuli Vatai.
That's the backup?
I got it, yes.
Yep. He's
From TCU.
Yep.
Who has played
Haltom
for
High
them,
School.
and he's not a bad player.
No,
but Layne
they've
Johnson,
had to play him before, and he did okay.
You might ask Eagles fans if he's a bad player or not. No.
They think everybody's bad. They love their team. They just hate their players.
I was listening to an Eagles podcast this morning.
Oh, yeah?
And,
Not so happy with him?
Yeah. Well, here's the way they put it. They were talking about Xavier Su'a-Filo filling in for Connor Williams. And they were describing I happened to write down some of the stuff.
It's got the green binder out. All right.
Yeah. This is their review.
That's the good stuff.
Their review of the Cowboys' offensive line. Their offensive line, folks, let me tell you the truth here. It's not even remotely close to their reputation. They lost Connor Williams, their starter at left guard for the season due to an ACL injury. Xavier Su'a-Filo is filling in at left guard. And then the other guy chimes in, he's how Eagles fans feel when Big V has to get into the game.
Big V.
Big V.
So I don't agree with that.
I don't either.
I like
and that's my point.
Was this the real stuff, or was it the Touchdown Brothers?
That wasn't the Touchdown Brothers.
Okay.
Talking Eagles.
Would you like the review of Zack Martin? Zack Martin, probably a little bit overrated. Good football player, but he's nowhere near his reputation.
Wow.
That's why he makes the Pro Bowl all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They lived up pretty damn close to their reputation against the Rams when they dominated the line of scrimmage.
That's right.
And that was amazing to me. We kind of skirted over that. The domination of that Rams defensive line. Did I hear Aaron Donald's name called once?
Not until the third quarter.
When they remarked that we haven't heard his name called all day. I think I've said his name all day.
We do give our O-line credit. We talk about how they're the catalyst for this whole team. But to me, that was amazing. I mean, that Rams D-line is pretty good. You got an MVP down there. Okay, you have an MVP down there who hadn't even sniffed a tackle till the third quarter.
He had 2 assists in the first half. 2 assisted.
He probably
tackles.
just fell on the pile.
And then 1 tackle in the second half. 1.
I mean, that to me, that is so impressive, especially when we're running all over these guys. I mean, it wasn't just that he didn't make a tackle. We ran for over 200 yards on him. To me,
nearly 300.
That lets you know just how important this O-line is to us, and I just can't give them enough credit. So I don't know what they think Martin's doing. I don't know what they're looking at. But Bill and I talked about it. Even during the 3-game stretch, they were blocking their butts off.
It had to be the touchdown brothers.
Had to be the touchdown brothers. Friends of yours, Spags?
Yeah, right. The Italian guys from South Philly on the air.
Biggie listens to him every day before he goes Talking Cowboys. All right, we continue with more Talking Cowboys in just a moment.
Essilor is a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys, helping fans see more and do more with our best vision solutions. Our lens technologies reveal a world more beautiful than you can imagine. For a limited time, get the Essilor Next Gen offer. When you buy the latest generation of Transitions lenses with select Essilor lenses, you can choose a second pair of clear lenses for free with qualifying frame purchases. Restrictions apply. Find a participating eye care professional by visiting EssilorUSA.com. Essilor. See more, do more.
Ready? Okay. Give me an S. S. Give me an O. O. Give me an S. S. Give me an O. O. What's that spell?
So.
Are we gonna win?
Not if we play like we cheer.
Just okay is not okay. Whether it's cheerleaders or your wireless network, AT&T is America's best wireless network. Best network based on GWS One score September 2019.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
Do you want the most interesting, up-to-the-minute Dallas Cowboys news straight from the Star in Frisco? How about exclusive and on command? That's right, news and nuggets you can't find anywhere else. With our exclusive Cowboys content on Alexa, you can have all the answers, secrets, stories, and more. What's Stephen Jones thinking during a game? What's Joe Looney's favorite pregame meal? We take your questions to Cowboys players and coaches, and you can hear the answers directly back to you. Just say, Alexa, open Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Jay Novacek, former tight end for the Dallas Cowboys. Back in the day, I was the guy who always got the tough yards, and that's why I run with John Deere today. In fact, I have a John Deere 3025E tractor that can handle any yard work I need to do, even the tough yards way out back. So if you have 1 acre or 1,000, John Deere has the equipment that's just right for you. Visit a John Deere dealer today and run with us. We are the official tractor provider of your Dallas Cowboys.
Back to Talkin' Cowboys.
All right. You got the number one guy here. Christmas at the Star.
All right.
The annual Christmas at the Star, presented by Albertsons and Tom Thumb, returns to the Star in Frisco. The 20-minute show electrifies the Star with a powerful mix of game day excitement and Christmas cheer every Friday and Saturday at 6 p.m. And that's now through December 21st.
That's
that
tomorrow.
Will be tomorrow. Admission and parking are free. For more information on the event, visit starinfrisco.com.
Last chance.
Yeah, tonight and tomorrow night.
Thank you very
Are
much.
you going?
I cannot go. Are you going?
I got to watch high school football.
Oh, you're watching high school football.
Nah,
Are you
good stuff,
attending?
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
It was
Hey,
just
come
a
on,
good
man.
excuse, right?
This is big time.
It is good. I
school
mean,
football.
in fact, at
I wish I was
AT&T
here for
Stadium,
tomorrow.
this is day 3 of 4 days of triple headers, high school football state championship games.
Wow.
Okay,
Yep.
so Mr. High School, can Duncanville win without their quarterback?
No.
Yes, they can.
Yes, they can. Okay.
Defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the best defense
Their
going.
defense is much better than last year.
Well, I got a scouting report on who they're playing. Galena Park North Shore, who they lost to on a Hail Mary on the last play of the game. Well, obviously, Hail Mary last play of the game last year. I mean, unbelievable. They're apparently better than they were last year.
Each
And
team has pretty
they
much everyone
100%
coming
are.
back.
Oh, and in fact, Kyle Yeoman's our producer here. He knows more about it than any of us.
So,
And
Kyle, what's the answer to my question?
I would say they have a chance, but it's a slight chance.
Really?
Their problem is they've got a freshman back up.
I know. That was
They're banged up in the secondary, too. Duncanville is, so it's going to be
Chris
tough.
Thompson playing?
I think he's still questionable.
Okay. Chris Thompson, by the way, is like a 5-star recruit. He's going to Auburn. So
from
Duncanville. Yeah.
So the running back from last year, who was a stud for Galena Park.
Okay, I don't know.
Is he returning?
Zachary Evans, yes, he's back.
No, that's a
5-star recruit.
That's a problem.
There you go.
That's a problem. Where's he going?
Yeah, where's he going?
I don't know. Actually, I need to look that up.
Okay. All right. You'll check on that, and we'll get back to us shortly.
Podcasts here.
That's exactly right. Hey, there's an NFL tripleheader tomorrow. I'm going to be back and forth watching between the NFL tripleheader and the high school football state championship tripleheader.
Who plays tomorrow for the NFL?
Well, the big game, the game that I'm most interested in is New England and Buffalo.
That's
the middle game.
I got Buffalo on the upset.
You do?
I do.
At New England.
At New England.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, New England's not playing that.
They're not.
Well,
Buffalo's on the road right now.
Yeah.
Zachary Evans, by the way, is not committed anywhere.
Okay.
Oh, so and OU lost their recruit to Alabama.
Grambling State, man. Come on, the Grambling. Come on, guys.
Why
By
not?
the way,
Yeah.
By the way, you need to tell OU to make sure they got the right cleats for that field in Atlanta.
I don't think it's going to matter.
That was the slipper. I think they had a new field down. I mean, you could see the rubber granules. They were splashing all over the place.
The Falcons
And they were
in Mercedes-Benz
No,
Stadium?
they had a different field for the
Oh, yeah.
college game.
Yeah, because that's like world-renowned turf that they have for the Falcons.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's the same stuff, but it's a new field, and it's like they just put it down, and in that LSU game, they were slipping all over the place.
Grambling has that turf as well. I could tell you a lot about that turf. It's pretty freaking amazing turf. It's way different from what we're accustomed to.
And Rob, to answer your question, as far as the triple header tomorrow, the NFL triple header, it all starts at noon with the Houston Texans traveling to Tampa to take on the Buccaneers, who have been red hot. They're now 7-7 on the year. Buffalo at New England at 3:30, and the 7:15 game is the Rams at the Niners.
Oh, Niners definitely.
Oh, so we can see that one. It'll be 8:15 on the East Coast.
Sure.
But we'll be flying in that middle game.
Okay. So we've got our Saturday figured out. Now let's figure out Sunday.
Let's do that.
All right.
And what needs to happen for the Cowboys to go into Philadelphia and win? How has this Eagles team changed since the last meeting, which was won by the Cowboys 37-10? Off the top of your head, I mean, immediately comes to mind the wide receiver position has changed immensely for this team, but so has the secondary. I mean, remember back when the Cowboys played the Eagles, Orlando Scandrick was the slot corner. Was that the last game of his NFL career?
I believe it was.
Yes, it was.
That's right.
Yeah. Tavon Austin put him on the bench.
Rasul Douglas was starting at cornerback in that game as well.
So they got Ronald Darby.
Ronald Darby is back.
Jalen Mills.
Jalen Mills was just back. He did play in that game.
But they're still having trouble in that secondary. I mean, we talk about their front seven, but that if they've got a weak spot to date, it's been the secondary and some of the pass plays allowed. But the Cowboys have shown they can run on them too. So to me, that's what they've got to do. I'm curious, though, to see what they do. Do they try to sell out and stop the run and gamble that Dak won't be Dak? That's, to me, the key to the game, how they approach things defensively that way.
And Avonte Maddox is another one who didn't play in that game who's been starting for him.
I mean, you talk about the difference. That's personnel-wise. I get that, but to me, they're more confident now than they were when they had all of their weapons. I just see it.
The Eagles.
Yeah. If I were to look at this team, and if I was an Eagles fan, I would draw so heavily on the last 2 weeks and how much gut and strength we've shown in the face of a lot of problems and injuries and things of that nature. They could have laid down a long time ago. To me, I would draw on that extremely heavily. Personnel things, yeah, that's all good. But when you talk about the psyche of this team, their psyche is pretty good right now because they eked out 2 games. I don't care who the opponent was. They eked out 2 games they should not have won.
And part of that is figuring out how to win games with depleted personnel.
That's right.
And when you look at the way they have had, the way Doug Peterson has had to rework his strategy, and it all starts with they've used the two tight ends a lot, but now here in the last couple of games, Dallas Goedert's got over 60 plays, 60 snaps in each of the last two games.
Yep, and made some plays in
hell of a catches.
Yeah, and made some plays in the first game against Dallas. But give credit to Carson Wentz, too, because he's been under a lot of fire, and sometimes he's not as accurate as you'd like him to be. But I think the last two wins they've had, Everson spoke about it, fourth quarter and overtime, I think he's thrown 4 touchdowns and no picks. He's been clutch.
The last touchdown he threw against Norman for the Redskins.
Yeah.
On his back foot, that was a clutch pass.
A little lob into the back of the end zone.
He knew how to throw it. He knew exactly what he was doing. And let's just face it, guys. If you're gonna gut some games out, you can only gut them out with good defense. And their defense they've been holding people down, giving Carson and this Eagles offense a chance to win for those 2 games. That's what makes me nervous.
I saw a stat. It was talking about their defense and worrying about the amount of points they'd given up, 81 points in the last 3 games. But 2 of those games were on the road. So in their last 6 home games, they've given up 17, 17, 17, 14, and 6. So where they had trouble at home with defense was the first 2 home games, 27 to Washington, 27 to Detroit. So in both games, Washington scored 27 points on them. And that was what they had scored last time and should have won the game if they didn't mess it up at the end. Mm-hmm. But at home, they've been pretty good defensively.
Everson nailed on something, too. They had that underdog thing going with the dog mask a couple years ago. See that? I mean, you don't want them to feed back into that, and that we're playing with house money kind of thing, and we rallied and all that. And it's a little unsettling to me because at some point you go up there and they got the Rocky music playing, and that crowd's going nuts. There's going to be moments in the game where the Cowboys are going to have to overcome something.
That's right.
And
that's exactly right.
It's going to be a challenge up there.
And I hate it when they come with these doggone uniforms and masks. I recall the Redskins came into Texas Stadium. They had on the camouflage gear, fatigue. Man, they came in, they kicked our butts, man. Like 38-14. We had no chance. As soon as they got off the bus, we didn't have a chance.
Well, just know the Cowboys aren't sneaking into this because I saw the little clip of their little post-game locker room celebration, and the last thing whoever was talking said, and you know what week it is. So they are already foaming at the mouth because the Cowboys are coming to town. So beware. And they think the Cowboys are jacking with them on this injury to Dak Prescott, by the way.
Cowboys don't do that.
The
crap.
fans,
they
or the
think
team.
the team. I heard some.
I
heard some remarks, and it sounded like, "Oh yeah, they're just trying to set us up." And it's like, "Yeah, here's how we're going to set you up. We're going to take the biggest game of the year and tell our starting quarterback, don't practice for 3 days.
Right.
We got this,
just to fool you guys, and we're favored."
Well, and seriously, why would you tell the other team that he has an injury? I mean, obviously they have to.
Well, they wouldn't
on the injury report.
They wouldn't have if Zeke didn't say what he said, right?
You can't do that stuff with the NFL.
Well, they would have said a shoulder,
yeah,
but they wouldn't have said what it was.
Right.
Just a sore shoulder, right? Got a bruise. Dr. Zeke.
That's the pessimism that runs rampant in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I'm not surprised about that.
Whatever it takes to get yourself jacked up.
But I'm not saying they have a point, but Dak's going to play, right? I think they'd be shocked if he wasn't out there.
But they're not letting him not practice because just trying to bluff him.
Yeah.
They don't know Dak.
That's an awfully big
They
risk.
don't know Dak. Because he's, like I said, he's itching in his pants right now because he just wants to do something. I'm sure he wants to be out there throwing. Sure, he's anxious as I don't know what.
Oh, he was pretty defiant yesterday in his press conference. If you just listen to him, it's like, I'm good. I'm playing. There's no doubt in my mind. I know how to take care of this.
He'd say that with a sling on his arm.
Yeah,
right. I'm okay. Yeah,
that's what they need to do. He needs to go out for the coin toss with a sling on his arm. And then take the sling off.
That would be funny, right?
After he says we defer.
That's what we did in the 80s. You can't do that. That's what we did. That was fun stuff.
There'd be like Goodwin saying, I'm good. They ought to put that little thing on that Goodwin sleeve that he had on his arm the other day.
All right, we're going to make our picks, and our picks to click when we come back here on Talkin' Cowboys.
Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Want to show your Texas and team pride too? You can. By purchasing your own Stetson, you can look just like how the flag guys do on field at every home game. Stetson hats, the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys, and your favorite football team. Get yours today in the Stadium Pro Shop or at Stetson.com.
Ready? Okay. Give me an S. S. Give me an O. O. Give me an S. S. Give me an O. O. What's that spell?
So.
Are we gonna win?
Not if we play like we cheered.
Just okay is not okay. Whether it's cheerleaders or your wireless network, AT&T is America's best wireless network. Best network based on GWS One score September 2019.
Essilor is a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys, helping fans see more and do more with our best vision solutions. Our lens technologies reveal a world more beautiful than you can imagine. For a limited time, get the Essilor Next Gen offer. When you buy the latest generation of Transitions lenses with select Essilor lenses, you can choose a second pair of clear lenses for free with qualifying frame purchases. Restrictions apply. Find a participating eye care professional by visiting EssilorUSA.com. Essilor. See more, do more.
So, you're shopping, and that's when you see it. Aisle 23. Dr. Pepper stacked from top to bottom as far as the eye can see. The phrase too good to be true comes to mind, yet there it is. A rich, delicious Dr. Pepper paradise. Wait, did that can of Dr. Pepper just open itself for you? They all are. As if to say, so nice to treat you. And even though it feels weird to talk to a can, you pick one up and say, it's so nice to be treated. Dr. Pepper, so nice to treat you.
Back to Talkin' Cowboys.
All right, tonight's the deadline for Jack Black's free 2-day shipping for Christmas. And now, if you get it done before midnight, they will ship your order in 2 days. Use the code SHIP and shop now at getjackblack.com.
All right, we've got a bulletin from the practice field, and with the report, here is Rob Phillips.
Do we have a drum roll, please?
Wow, look at that intro.
Nice.
Just saw a tweet from Todd Archer of ESPN that Dak was doing some very light. Look at this. It's like I'm at a rave right now. Some very light throwing out at practice. Very little velocity, just, 10 yards or less. Very light throwing. So a little bit more.
Like throwing to your 2-year-old.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
just a little pitch and catch out the front yard. Yeah.
Kind of the touch and go thing.
Pat and go.
No pat and go for Dak, according to other reports. So that was pre-pat and go. He was throwing a little bit.
Okay.
And no pat and go for Pat.
Yeah,
Still led by Cooper Rush and Clayton Thorson. Is Clayton Thorson going to get activated this week?
I think that's a decision they have to make.
And that's tough because
you got to cut somebody.
Okay, you got to cut somebody, and if Dak's not doing a ton of throwing today, you don't have a great idea of just how functional he is.
Yeah.
And you got to do it by Saturday at 3 p.m., right?
Or he could have thrown inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right after practice.
I don't think they're really worried about any backups. I don't. It's just I think he's going to play even, like I said.
Well, let's face it.
I'm with you.
If he had to go left-handed, right arm in the sling, they would go, okay, that's cool. That's better than what we got.
Yeah.
Can you hand it off? Good. All right. Can you do that? That's all we need.
If they get past Cooper Rush, it's over.
Yeah.
Right? So there's no sense wasting a...
But you don't have Beasley here anymore to come in and play. You got Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
right.
We could
he
do
was
the
pretty darn good.
Yeah, we could have him back there, quarterback.
Do the
Wildcat.
That's a good point, Mick, because at this point in the year, you're thinking about who you want to keep for next year, and you don't want to expose somebody out on waivers that you'd like to keep. This is a time teams can, if you're a bad team, we like this guy, okay. So you don't want to make that move if you don't have to.
And think about this. So Thorson, I got his name right, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
You sounded
this
surprised.
This week is the first time he's run all the scout team stuff. Because normally on scout team, he's the he told me he was either the wide receiver or the DB. He goes, every once in a while I get to play quarterback because Cooper Rush takes care of the snaps on the scout team.
That's right.
You know who was the scout team quarterback at the walkthrough on Wednesday?
The walkthrough on Wednesday.
They had the regular practice in the morning, then they had a walkthrough at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday. Okay. Who was the scout team quarterback there?
Jeff Heath?
Nope. That would be one Jason Garrett.
Ah!
Oh, God.
And the reason I know that is we taped the Jason Garrett show on Wednesday, and he showed up like a half hour early.
Oh, God.
And so the production crew were all scrambling, getting the camera operators in there and everything. And the reason is because he needed to be there at 3:50 because he was playing quarterback at the walkthrough on Wednesday.
Well, he does that in training.
Can we
camp.
sign him
That's
up?
right. That's right. All right, we got to make our picks. We're running out of time here. Okay, so who wants to go first? A pick to click and a pick on the game.
Go, Rob.
Rob's going first.
I get to steal Zeke because I think everybody's probably going. Well,
Yeah.
I know he's
That's
going. with
too
Zeke.
obvious.
Well, I'm going to be obvious man then. Zeke pick to click. They got to get the running game going, and I'll go Cowboys 27-24 with Dak Prescott as your quarterback.
27-24, a nail biter.
Yeah. I told you it's going to be a challenge up there.
I'll
You get
go-
that Rocky music going, it's no joke.
I'll go obvious man, too. I will take DeMarcus Lawrence.
Smart.
Vitae
Smart.
is going to have his hands full because obviously Layne Johnson's not playing. If he didn't practice today, he hadn't practiced all week. And if indeed they're not bluffing with a high ankle sprain, he ain't coming back 2 weeks after it.
Mm-hmm.
High ankle sprain
So,
stuff.
What's your score?
Oh, I got to give you a score. I had it. 24-20 Cowboys.
24-20. By the way, that's what those Eagles podcasters picked, too. Cowboys 24-20.
Did they
Are
really?
you sure you
Really?
aren't doing the Eagles podcast also?
I'm shocked.
So Vitae will be drinking Mai Tais
Yes.
because this season will be over.
Wow.
That's why Bills I got, man. That's why when you're doing it, it's just different.
I don't have the dad jokes. I don't have the dad jokes.
Sorry.
Give me 20 more years. And I'll get there.
And a dad who appreciates them as well.
That's like wearing one of those ugly Christmas sweaters, you know?
I've got that on Monday.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Everson, your turn, Everson.
All right. Going Cowboys, of course. And I'm going with the kicker. He's going to be huge.
Kai Forbath.
I love it.
He's going to be huge. We're going to need him. I hope he's right down the middle. I am looking at, first of all, Zeke in the Wildcat.
Oh,
We'll probably see that this week. I'm thinking that would be smart.
Pollard.
I had to throw that in there. Or Pollard. Very good. Very good. But no, I'm looking at probably 22-16.
So that's
Cowboys.
5 field goals and a touchdown.
That's right.
low scoring game. I like it.
22-16.
22-16.
All right, I'll go with 37 as my number.
Whoa.
Okay, 30.
And what's the gimmick?
Because they scored 37 last time.
37 last time.
It's always got to be gimmick with William. Is that right?
I was thinking 47 because of the temperature, 47. But
Too much.
But,
Go
but
with 30.
with Dak nursing his wing, I'm thinking it's going to be 37 instead.
What's the Super Bowl number this year?
It's 54.
Why don't you go with 54?
Yeah,
Okay,
what the
54 to
hell?
37.
What the hell?
And, I just got notified about something. You know whose birthday it is today?
December 20th. Everson Walls?
Nope.
Nope. Nathaniel Newton's birthday.
Big night.
right.
Man, big night.
That's what I just received a text on that. I'm going to confirm it before we leave you here. So I'm going, it was 37-10 last time. I'll give them 37-13 this time.
Okay.
A blowout.
Extra
That's
field
right.
goal for
That's
Philly.
exactly right. Yep. And my pick to click, I've got D-Law again. I mean, if you're going to be matched up against Vitae again, okay, it was Layne Johnson last time, and he had the fastest sack in NFL history.
Yep.
And so this time, all right, how many times does Carson Wentz fumble in the game?
Once.
Twice last time.
He'll get one.
How many turnovers Cowboys going to get?
2.
Takeaways.
Two.
2 takeaways. Sure. Okay.
Where's everybody at? No one's lined
Yeah,
up?
I'm waiting to.
We
for
might have to go.
Kyle's
the
had
break
enough of us,
to
so.
show up, but
Keep that music bed rolling.
we're keeping the music going here, and
Luke, you got time.
Got any other predictions? Productions.
Yeah, we need more projections too. Yeah, 'cause
I have a prediction that we will be here on Monday
we will.
for another edition of Talking Cowboys. As I see
I'm glad
Nick
you said
Eatman
that, 'cause
around the
nobody
corner.
tells me
Are you going to
anything
have your
around here.
NFC East
There
Championship
you
hats
go.
on?
That's right. NFC East champion cap.
And I'll have my Christmas cards for y'all too.
Oh, good. Well,
So we'll
thank
just
you.
have a jolly Monday. How
Yes,
about
we
that?
will. I'll wear a Santa
Please
hat
don't
also.
hold your breath waiting for mine.
The break is next.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?